Welcome to Adulting with Joyce Pring. Watch the full video of this episode on my channel, www.youtube.com/JoycePringTV. And if you want to level up your adulting game, check out joycepring.com/collections for my digital products and courses. How were you able to live, how long were you living this double life, if I may ask?
I think it's around probably around 4 years.
4 years?
4 years, yan. Like
Grabe.
even my family has to know I'm doing like selling of drugs and all. Magulat na lang sila na gising na lang ako ng 3 a.m. O saan pupunta? Pupunta lang ako. Like, just want to meet my friends, like hang out lang, ganun. Like, grabe. It's just like crazy. Like,
I ask that because I feel like it's such a... Not a lot of people will admit that, so thank you for sharing that with us. But it's so easy to live a double life. And my husband and I, Wancha and I, would often have this conversation na ang dali mag-sin and to pretend that you're still a good person kapag kilala mo na si Lord. Because you know all the right things to say. You know all the right things to do to appear like you are walking with the Lord. And you know all the right, I guess parang mas manipulative ka kasi kapag alam mo na how it works, di ba? You know?
yeah, I mean, parang, when we ask you, like, how are you? Okay lang ako. Like, oh, grabe. I did my quiet time the other day. Pero, in the back of your mind, like, you have that struggle. And until you admit that, you'll continue to go to that destructive path of living the worldly life.
Yeah.
And,
Okay, so then it came to a breaking point, and instead of turning back to God, you were like, okay, I'm done living the double life. I'm just gonna pursue this worldly lifestyle that I'm enjoying and continue to do so. What happened? What was the breaking season for you? What was that like when you finally, live that kind of life fully?
yeah. When time I was dealing with drugs, I think I got caught twice already. So I mean, got caught, then got out, and still continued that path. No?
So you were in jail.
Yeah, I'm there just for probably the weekend. And so I thought na, oh, kalabas pala eh. Like, you feel na I can get away with anything. But there's one one incident na I remember, I think that's around November 2007. That, yun na, like, God really put the hammer down na parang, it's just, dapat it stop na to. Kasi you're not just hurting yourself, but you're also hurting other people. You're involving other people to engage with drugs then. That day, I got caught selling drugs to a point na that's yung case na yon, or that incident, like, it's a non-bailable case. It's a life imprisonment case.
Oh my.
Na I know that day when mga police pointed Armalite guns to me, like, this is it. Alam mo, like, I cannot get away with this. So, nakulong ko for 8 months.
Wow.
And was really, really tough. Like, ito pala yung life in jail. Alam mo, like, hindi siya yung, like, some might think na, implant na ako ng police. But this one, I know for a fact that I did the act. And yan na yung parang breaking season na parang, what's life after this? Like I'm, like, at that young age, like,
How old were you?
I think I was 25 years old.
Wow.
So parang makalabas ba ako ng kulungan, like life imprisonment to eh, di ba? So, it was really tough during that time, and sharing that, and my family, nalaman na yung news na yun, kawawa talaga sila. Like, di nila alam na a person like me would engage into drugs. I thought they thought na, okay, nagbago na si Kevin. They thought na wala lang to. But it was really just also a lowest point in a family's life.
That's so difficult to hear. And at such a young age, 25, I
Yeah.
mean, I remember being 25 and making decisions that were not necessarily wise. But how did that turn out? So it was supposed to be, it could have been life imprisonment, but you only spent 8 months. How did that happen? And what were the things and challenges that you went through in jail that, I guess, helped in your transformation and in your turning back towards Jesus?
I guess when time in jail, I think ang daming emotions came in. No? You feel lonely, you feel hopeless, you feel, is there gonna be a life after this?
Yeah.
Like, what will my friends, what will my family say about me? Like, if ever I get to get out, like, will I still get to see my family?
Yeah.
Like, di ba? Like,
Will they still accept me? May
oh,
ganon.
like, naparod mo lang sa movie lang na parang, oh, this is how what prison feels like. But being in that situation rather, it's like, ito pala yun. Like, you talk to different cellmates na they have their own struggles. Like, they have their, ito yung mga kaso nila. Like, grabe rin. Like, you will see how difficult life in prison. Some are there for 10 years, some are there 12 years,
Grabe.
and they couldn't even get out. As even ang bail lang nila 1,200. They can't even get out. So parang hirap nito Like, so you can see people, they just die in jail kasi wala silang pera pang paggamot. Most of their families, they left them kasi like wala pag-asa tong this person or their dad probably. So it's really it's a difficult moment. Lalo na yung mga first 2 months, like, anong gawin ko? Like, what will I do here? I know this is a consequence of my sin. Again, when you mention brokenness, it's usually two things. One is it can get broken through pruning.
Yeah.
Pruning is when you walking with the Lord, and God takes away, like part of your life that's not fruitful, and He'll make it fruit. He will make it bear fruit, more fruit. Another is discipline.
Yeah.
And the discipline is can be a painful but also a joyful one. No? But the discipline comes when we are walking with the Lord, and God says, like, okay, enough with sinning. Yeah, there's consequence of your actions, and these
Pero-
are the consequence of your actions.
Pero grabe yung grace ni God, di ba? Kasi nahuli ka na a couple of times, di ba, before this big sentencing that happened to you. So parang, I just wanted to say that because I feel like most of the time when God disciplines us, usually gentle discipline muna siya.
Yes.
Wherein He gives us a chance to really, like, konting tapik.
Yeah.
Come on, let's make it right. And then the time that I've experienced really difficult disciplining from the Lord is when I've ignored all those first
Warnings.
few warnings,
Yes,
right?
that's correct. So, una tap lang yan And then, last talaga yung scourging.
Yeah.
Talagang God will make sure na, yeah, this has not to continue anymore. And I always experienced that, no? May time na I was, before I got caught, talagang may mga talks with the Lord na God says, like, you have to stop. You have to stop. You have to stop. And then I just really ignore that voice from the Lord na parang, okay lang hindi mo na ako nahuli. I'm doing okay. Nakalusot pa. But then, when that discipline comes, if you're a child of God, God won't allow His children to sin successfully or even just sin continuously.
Yeah.
He'll make sure that this has stopped. And that there goes the character of God, of Him being holy. We are ambassador of Christ. We are children of God. We represent Christ. And if we misrepresent Christ, then that's really sira yung image ni Lord of Him being holy.
Yeah. So tell me more about, okay, so you spent the eight months in prison, right? How did you get out? What happened? What were the challenges and transformations that happened to you during that period of time? And would you say na yun yung breaking season mo ng Panginoon?
Yeah. Well, during that time I was in prison, left with choices na, okay, will I just rot in here in jail lang, or maybe somehow turn this around in a way? Okay, maybe I'll go back to the Lord. Okay, I come in terms with Lord. I apologize. I'm sorry for what happened. I'm sorry for what I did, for causing people to stumble, hurting people, and more importantly, I hurt him. I hurt you, and I ask forgiveness. And after that din na yung, sige, what will I do here? No? So I started reading the Bible again. And doon ko na-enjoy yung time ko with the Lord. I think I never experienced that. Like, every single day, like, get to talk to the Lord. Lord, and we just share what been through, what I've learned, and knowing who He is by reading the Bible. And may mga conversations din na parang, makalabas pa kaya ako, Lord? I mean, like, Lord, if you allow me to get out, I will serve you. But if not, alam mo, inisip ko na nga, sige, I'll probably serve you in jail, for the next 20 years, perhaps. Alam mo yun. As in, ganun. Like, so, may mga, there are some jail ministries, pupunta rin sa kulungan and get to be involved. And yun lang just really, okay, what's next? Diba? And then, di na rin ako umabot sa part na, sige, I'm just gonna, like, stay here. While reading the Bible, doon ko nakita, sige, there's still hope. There's gonna be, maybe God still has a plan for me, even in jail. So, getting out, okay, was just really a surprise. I know most drug cases really take time. But once gumagalaw yung cases, you get to see, baka may chance. And then, actually, ayun, a week before my birthday, the following year, it's like, oh Lord, like, kung mabigyan ko ng chance makalabas, I will serve you talaga, wholeheartedly. And then, a few days after, one evening, like, one of my co-accused said, kaya bukas daya na tayo. Like, nagsasabi nito. Like, huh? Like, anyway, I just ignored him. The following day, guard came out, like, this person, like, co-accused din, like, laya na kayo, like, what? Like, parang, I asked for the guards if I can call my lawyer, like, totoo ba to? Nalaya na kami. Wala ko alam, like, ganun, even my lawyer didn't know.
Oh, wow.
And then, I have to call my parents, pa, sunduin mo na ako dito. So, like, huh? Like, paano ko nalaya? And I quickly pack, hindi na ako nag-pack. Lahat ng mga gamit ko, iniwan ko na kasama ko sa kakosta. Sa'yo na to, Tapos meron pa ako kay mga mini sari-sari store doon, yung mga chips, Sa inyo na to lahat. Sa inyo na lahat yan.
Wow.
Iwan na. And then, I was just, nagmamadali pa ako lumabas kasi baka may tawagin pa ka ulit. Ay, nagkamali lang kami. No, hindi.
Bago isip pa.
Hindi. So, we left the jail and just sat there at home. Parang, totoo ba to? It's like, parang wala nakalabas, no? And then, I just read the grace of God. And then, until this point, I used that moment, that really low moment of that, and I was able to get out. I use that as stones. Why I can look back. And Lord, you've been faithful. You've been with me during this very, very dark moment. And wow, like, and now I'm here, and I could only just give thanks to what happened.
Wow, praise God. Beautiful story.
That's it for this episode of Adulting with Joyce Pring. If you liked this podcast, please don't forget to use the hashtag Adulting with Joyce Pring and also check out www.joycepring.com for the show notes and tag me on social media with at Joyce Pring. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Paalam!